Now, the narrative around Bitcoin this year is that it's going to hit $250,000 to $300,000 by the end of this year. When we hear those numbers, we are wondering, where did those predictions come from? Where did those numbers come from? And I'm going to show you guys where. Hey everybody, it's Eddie here, and in today's video, I'm going to give you guys an update on my entire crypto portfolio, along with where I think the price will be by the end of 2021. This is part 2 of a video that I made about a month ago. There's a lot of things that I covered in that video that I won't be covering in this video, so definitely check that out. I'll leave the link up here or in the comment section or description box below. But other than that, let's begin. So currently, I am holding Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink, Binance Coin, Uniswap, and CRO Token. Bitcoin is currently my largest position, sitting around 36%, Litecoin and Ethereum being my next largest, around 12%, and then 40% is spread amongst these coins, and the prices at the time of making this video. Uniswap is the only new crypto that I've added since my last video, but the percentage of my allocation has changed a lot. About a month ago, I was holding 55% Bitcoin, 45% altcoin, more Bitcoin than altcoin. But now I'm holding around 35% Bitcoin and 65% altcoin. That is way more altcoin than Bitcoin, and I'm going to share why I'm doing that. Also, keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor. Make sure you guys do your own research and due diligence. A lot of people throw out price predictions, and there's a ton of videos on these like price prediction videos. So a lot of these numbers that I throw out, they're educated guesses. They're all speculations as well. I could be 100% wrong, but it really all comes down to Bitcoin. How well Bitcoin performs is how a lot of these other altcoins will perform as well. So this is the BLX chart tracking Bitcoin's price history all the way back from 2010 when it was trading around 6 cents, all the way till now in 2011, where now it's trading at $56,000. I'm going to explain this chart as simple as possible so that all of you guys can understand. So when Bitcoin first started, we had the first pump and then dump. From the bottom, we had the first bull cycle, which we call the 2013 Bitcoin bull cycle. Then from there, we topped out. We had a consolidation period. Then we had the next bull cycle, which we call the 2017 bull cycle. We peaked out at the end of 2013. 4 years later, we peaked out at the end of 2017. That means that we should top out 4 years after that, towards the end of the year, which is 2021. Now this is called the Fibonacci retracement tool. If you guys know what this is, you know what it is. If you don't, all you gotta focus on are the colors. What I did was I put the top and the bottom within this red box, right? Same here, the top and the bottom all within this red box. It doesn't work out perfectly all the time, but it gives us a general idea of what to look for. In 2013, the top was around $550, but as we can see, it did shoot up a little bit, up to $1,000, so it did shoot up a little higher. In 2013 to 2017, we did go from the top to the bottom, and we did hit almost the exact top, which is around $20,000. That means that if we draw out from the top to the bottom like this, and we fill from the top right over here to the bottom, which is within the red box, then the top should be around $250,000 to $300,000. If we zoom in a little bit and make it a little bit more accurate to the bottom, and then we get it to all the way till the top, as you can see, we have that $250,000 to $300,000 range, which is the 2021 top. So if everything plays out exactly like it did the past 2 cycles, then it's very possible that we could hit that $250,000 to $300,000. But personally, I think Bitcoin will top between 120 to 150K, which is much more conservative than the 250 to 300. But it's just based on my own analysis, my own study, and just how I feel the market will move this time around. So I'm going to play with both Bitcoin prices. If Bitcoin hits 120 to 150, then this is where the other alts will be. If Bitcoin hits 250 to 300, then this is where the alts will be. Next, my second largest holding is Litecoin, and that is mainly because it has underperformed compared to Bitcoin, which means that it has a lot more potential upside compared to Bitcoin. Also, it hasn't hit its previous all-time high, and I believe that once we do, we will continue higher. I believe that Litecoin will hit anywhere between $800 to $1,200, but if we do play out the 250 to 300K Bitcoin, then I do believe that Litecoin has the potential of hitting $3,000. So for my targets, it's around a 3 to 4x potential from its current price. But keep in mind, Litecoin tends to be a laggard. It tends to move later on in the cycle, or it kind of moves on its own. So don't be discouraged when Litecoin doesn't perform compared to other coins. Next, I'm going to talk about Ethereum, Polkadot, and Cardano. As you know, I like to categorize them together based on my previous video because they're all aiming to solve similar problems. For this example, I'm going to show you guys a quick video. It's a time lapse of the most popular internet browsers that were used. So when internet was first introduced to the world, Netscape Navigator was the internet browser of choice. Then Internet Explorer took over completely. And then as we fast forward, Firefox became extremely popular. I remember I started using Firefox way more than Internet Explorer. And then out of nowhere, something called Google Chrome came out of nowhere and it started taking over every single browser. I was bouncing between Firefox and Chrome of like, which one should I use? And eventually I started using only Chrome. Most of you use Chrome. And then Internet Explorer almost became irrelevant. I think almost none of us use Internet Explorer anymore. It's either Safari, Firefox, or Chrome. So right now, Ethereum is the Internet Explorer. It's the browser of choice. Everyone knows about it. Everyone uses it. But Cardano and Polkadot could be the potential next Google Chrome. You just never know. Ethereum could end up being the Google Chrome and can maintain that top position. But if Cardano and Polkadot rise up out of nowhere, very, very possible. You never know what will happen, which is why I'm almost weighted equally between Cardano and Polkadot, but holding a little bit more Ethereum. We don't know who the winner will be, but I like to look at the founders and the creators. And personally, for me, out of the three, I do like Charles Hoskinson a lot. He does have a channel, so if you guys want to check him out, you definitely should. But I do believe that Ethereum will hit 5,500 by the end of this year. And if Bitcoin goes much, much higher, then Ethereum could potentially hit $15,000. For Cardano, I think we'll hit anywhere around $7. If we do go much higher with Bitcoin, then Cardano could potentially hit $12 to $13. For Polkadot, there isn't a lot of price history to go off of, so I'm gonna be aiming anywhere between $120 to $150. Next is Chainlink. Chainlink is definitely one of my favorite projects out there. It is one that I am still accumulating even at these prices. Chainlink's price tends to go up very slow and steady in an uptrend, which I really like. I don't like when prices go up and then shoot down. It gives you this kind of like false hope and like, ugh, that hurt. I wish I sold at the top. What I've been observing this past couple months is that Chainlink's price tends to follow Polkadot's price. I do believe that Chainlink can hit anywhere between $120 to $150, similar to Polkadot. Definitely go check out Chainlink. Check out the founder. I do love Sergey Nazarov. I think that's how you say his name. Great guy. Next is Binance Coin. Now this coin has ran up so much. This is one coin I wish I bought way more of, and I'm not accumulating anymore just because it ran up so much. When I bought BNB around $45, I did have a price target set out to $1,200 by the end of the cycle. But at this rate, I think Binance Coin will go much, much higher. But I think I'm going to still stick with my original price target of $1,200. Next is the CRO token from Crypto.com. This is one coin that I wish I accumulated more of when it was around 6 to 10 cents. I had a lot and I converted them and I wish I just held on to them. But this is one coin that I am accumulating at the moment, and I'm going to try to make it anywhere between 3 to 4% of my portfolio. And that is mainly because of their recent mainnet launch and their DeFi wallet. And their token burn was insane, and I think they will definitely do more token burns in the future, which will increase the price of the token over time. I do love Crypto.com as a company, and even their app, I go on it every single day. I love their earn program, and I use their Visa card almost on a daily basis to purchase business stuff, personal stuff. Visa's largest partner is Crypto.com, and I do believe that Crypto.com will continue to come out with these partnerships with different card companies and organizations. I do believe that CRO token could hit anywhere between 75 cents to $1 by the end of this year, but that is only if they are able to increase the utility case of the token. But if they don't, the token could probably range anywhere between 60 cents around there for a while. Last but not least, we do have Uniswap. I'm really upset about this token and have a love-hate relationship with this token because I had this token when it was around $3 and I sold it around $12. So I thought that was amazing, but now it's like at $30. So I missed out on a 10x opportunity. But Uniswap is a DeFi play, and I think DeFi will have its cycle again. It also is a utility token, which has good use cases. And with Uniswap's V3 update that is coming up, I think sometime next month, we could definitely see a rise in price. I think that if Uniswap's token has much more utility, it could have that BNB effect where it could potentially 10x. BNB is a market maker. Uniswap is a market maker. They make money through their exchanges. So I think that Uniswap has a lot of potential upside. It really depends on the version 3 when it updates. No guarantee, but I think Uniswap is one of those tokens that everyone should hold just a little bit of. I think Uniswap can reach around $120, but depending on their V3 update, it could definitely go higher. Now keep in mind, these price predictions are all based on my personal opinion and based on my personal speculation and where I think the price will potentially go by the end of this year. Definitely go check out what other people are saying. Some might say much higher, some might say much lower. I don't know if I'm being too crazy or if I'm being too conservative. But the goal is to kind of have an idea of the potential of what these projects can become. But at the end of the day, it really depends on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin doesn't continue higher, then these altcoins will not go any higher. It just won't, unless one just takes off by itself. So is being in 65% altcoin too risky? In my personal opinion, and for me, no, it's not, especially if they're in the top to 10 to 15 coins. So you're going to have to weigh your risk to reward. Run some numbers, run some scenarios, kind of look at your portfolio and imagine, if my portfolio dipped 30%, will I be okay? And based on your knowledge of the market and how much research you have done, you're going to be able to allocate your portfolio that is meant just for you. Now, aside from investing into projects that we believe in, the primary reason that majority of us are invested into this market is because we want to make money. So if we're looking at Bitcoin's price right now and Bitcoin were to hit 150K, 120K, then we're looking only at a 2 to 3x return, which is still a lot. But there is a lot more opportunity in the altcoin market. We're talking about 3, 5, 7, 10x potential. But of course, you're gonna have to really study and do your part in knowing what coins could potentially do a 5x and what coins can potentially do a 10x. So for me, that is what I plan on doing. I do plan on leveraging my altcoins to make gains and then sell that into Bitcoin to ride up a few more percentage and then transfer them out into fiat or US dollars. But that's an extra strategy for another time. But other than that, that is it for this video. If you found this video of value, please give it a big thumbs up. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. But other than that, guys, watch out for scam comments. I do not have WhatsApp. I do not have Telegram. And make sure that my name is highlighted when I do reply. If the name is not highlighted, it is not me. Also, keep in mind the crypto market is extremely volatile. It'll go up and down 10, 15, 20, 30%. Get ready to stomach all those volatility. So dollar cost average in so you can manage your emotions versus buying all in at the top and then seeing your portfolio drop. Just buy a little every single time so you're averaging into the market. That way you can stay emotionally sane. Until next time, guys, invest wisely. Good night, good morning. Adios.